As many as 1 out of 5 Florida homeowners are saying no thank you to property insurance. Now that's up from 12% pre-pandemic. I wanted to find out who's in this group and how they're managing it. Block parties happen often on Miramar Street in Fort Myers Beach.
We have a text chain of just people on the street. I think there's 17 folks on there. Everybody's invited, you know, and there'll be 17 responses.
Don and Leslie Hunter bought their bungalow back in 2005. What made you come down here?
Weather.
And the first time we came across that bridge, that was it. We saw the town and fell in love with it.
They held property insurance for years, but dropped it in 2018 as premiums skyrocketed.
It got to the point where we thought, you know, if nothing happens for 5 years, you know, we would break even. I mean, it was well over $12,000 a year.
After getting pummeled by Hurricane Ian 4 years later, the Hunters admit dumping their insurance might not have been the right decision.
We just waited to drop it for Ian.
Fortunately, the Hunters could dip into their savings to lift their bungalow and fix the damage, which will cost about $200,000. Once it's done,
we'll probably have wind insurance, but not flood.
Mark Friedlander with the Insurance Information Institute, a trade association funded by Property Casualty Insurance, warns the Hunters took a risk that would devastate most homeowners.
It's good to hear that. Certainly, it worked out very positively for that homeowner. You may have saved funds for 20 years or so. That's fabulous. But now, what if you get another storm in the next year or two? You don't have 20 years to save. It's just not a realistic picture.
Not realistic because a new bank rate survey says 56% of American adults lack the emergency funds to pay for a $1,000 expense.
How could they possibly think they could pay for a catastrophic loss of their home out of pocket?
Wealth management expert Stefan Contorno says there's a critical question you need to ask yourself if you're considering canceling your policy.
Should you be living in a home to begin with, right? If it is too expensive, you might want to rethink your situation.
Public adjuster Rod Bevins has worked in the insurance industry for decades and explains how the growing number of uninsured homeowners will impact the Florida market.
Even a 5% or a 10% movement is catastrophic for the market because we are in a pool together. We're all grouped in. And the folks that pay higher premiums, generally the people that don't have mortgages on their property, they're all kind of subsidizing the people that have mortgages.
Elaine and Michael Damiano's Cape Coral home was badly damaged by Hurricane Ian 17 months ago, and their insurance claim is still open.
And we're still fighting, and we haven't given up fighting, and we're not going to give up fighting because we're not going away.
Despite the nightmare, they won't give up on insurance.
For what happened to our house in the 10 years, you would have to be able to save almost $400,000 to put the house back together.
I'd rather fight them.
Now, you have to have insurance.
I believe in insurance for everything that's insurable.
If getting rid of your property insurance is not an option, there are still ways that you can save money. Experts say you can increase your deductible. Now, that will cost more up front, but you'll save money if you have to repair an entire home. I'm investigative reporter Celine MacArthur, Wink News.